Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar by Avery Dennison, your partner for a sustainable future. Can we go to the next slide, please? My name is Gustav Sandström, and I am the Regional Sales Manager at Avery Dennison SmartTrack in EMEA, and I will shortly hand over to my colleague Femke. She is the head of sustainability at Avery Dennison SmartTrack. So before we start, myself, I'm representing the industry EMEA team, and we are a team in Europe of sales managers spread out through the continent. We have specialists through business development managers, and we also have an inside sales team and the technical support. Basically, we are covering all different verticals, including automotive, logistics, pharma healthcare, retail, and so on. And I'm really happy to see so many of our customers and contacts joining this important webinar. You cannot see it, but actually we are more than 100 people logged into this call right now. Okay, let's go to the next page. Many of you, maybe most of you, know a little bit about Avery Dennison. So just as a quick recap, we are a global company of 36,000 people employed, physically present in more than 50 countries around the globe. There are mainly two divisions within Avery Dennison. By size, the largest one is the materials group, and here we have products and solutions within labels, car wrapping, reflective films, and functional performance tapes. The other division, which is roughly 1/3 of the revenue size, is the solutions group. And the solutions group is working with products and solutions around branding and identification. We have data management included here, pricing solutions, and also RFID solutions, or intelligence labels that we often say. And intelligence labels, that is where myself and my team, we are working within, so RFID solutions. This is really a growth engine for Avery Dennison. We have seen double-digit growth, well, actually more than 20% growth in average year by year, the last 7-8 years, which is maybe not a big surprise, also given that the market is really growing. There is a huge interest around RFID solutions for quite some time now. And that is something we're obviously very happy about. We believe in a transparent future where every item will have a unique digital identity. Thinking about that, there is also quite a lot of crossover activities starting to happen between the materials group and solutions group when more and more labels have an interest in becoming intelligent. So labels for bottles or other kind of packaging. So that is a crossover activity to RFID solutions, which is very, very interesting, I would say. With those few words, I would like to hand over to Femke, who will now start the webinar around sustainability. Femke, take it away.
Thank you, Gustav, for your very warm welcome. So my name is Femke Zijlstra. I work dedicated to Avery Dennison SmartTrack in heading up sustainability. And before I continue with the webinar, I would like you to take this one moment of time to let you know that we are recording this session. And secondly, we very much appreciate your participation. So any questions or comments, considerations that arise during this webinar, we do invite you to drop them in the Q&A option in Zoom. We have a dedicated panel here to confirm receipt of your questions. And at the back end of this webinar, we have dedicated some time to follow up on them. And for those questions, that are we don't have time for, we will make sure to connect with you post-webinar. So with that said, I would like to talk with you about change and how we see change as our obligation. And this is probably, well, I'm confident that this is also where our sustainability journey begins, because we see change as our obligation to take the responsibility for our part of achieving and working towards a sustainable future. In that same obligation, we see our responsibility to make sure that you are able to achieve yours. Because every product or service that we sell and manufacture matters, being aware of our responsibility to reduce our carbon footprint by being a business. So we do that through the businesses and to the products and services that we sell and manufacture. We do that with an ambition to innovate and enable circularity and help you reducing your Scope 3 emissions. So the products that we design and manufacture, we have an ambition to do that with regenerative materials, and with the connected and digital solutions that we're bringing to market, we have the opportunity to connect all the stakeholders in the value chain. And connecting shareholders and processes, we have the ability to create transparency. And transparency and sustainability are going hand in hand. So this is what we see as our obligation by being a business. And we are very interested to learn more what you see as your part of the obligation to change towards a more sustainable future. So let me go a little bit more specific into what we are doing to take care of our part of the responsibility. And we do that by our 2030 sustainability goals, which we have defined with an outlook to be, with an ambition to be carbon neutral by 2050. So the areas that we are impacting with our sustainability goals have carefully been thought about, because they are relevant for our business, they are relevant for our customers like yourself, and they're relevant for the United Nations, because they need to be able to make an impact to what we are accountable for being part and living on this planet. So the three target areas on which our sustainability goals are committed to are, first of all, our responsibility to reduce the environmental impact in the operations and in the supply chain that we work with. The second pillar in which we operate is all about our drive and our commitment to deliver innovations that advance a circular economy. And by doing that, it's very important that we deliver a positive impact in working with the people and the communities in our direct surroundings. We need to give back. These three pillars are fundamentally how we do business in Avery Dennison. And to make it specific to our sustainability goals related to environmental impact and driving towards circularity, I'd like to dive a little bit deeper into the first two pillars. Oh, apologies. And now I have lost my screen somehow. What is happening?
We can still see you and your slides, Femke.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jana. I somehow lost visibility myself.
It's working well, Femke. No
Thank
issue.
you.
Now we see the
Thank
next
you.
slide.
We're all human beings, right?
Perfect.
So
Thank you.
our first pillar is all about reducing environmental impact in the operations and supply chain that we work in. And these sustainability goals have been carefully put together based on science-based target initiatives, because the targets that we have defined, it's very important that they contribute to climate actions. So the first area are very much about reducing our carbon footprint in our scope 1, 2, and 3. Second metric and goal we have defined around how we source our material, and it's contributing to a deforestation-free future. How we manage our waste and how we contribute to water efficiencies are as much output areas that we have made public commitments to. So what I am indeed mentioning, these are public commitments that we have made. So we are made accountable towards our customers, to our shareholders, and to our corporate to deliver upon them. That same commitments bring an obligation to us in Avery Dennison SmartTrack as well, because we are contributing to these same commitments. And although our business is growing hard, we still need to deliver upon a reduction in our carbon footprint. The numbers and the reductions that we are accountable for are rolling up into the solutions group, and that is how we contribute to the corporate. Second area, what I've talked about, is how we are innovating towards delivering products that enable a circular future. And this is where it's very interesting to work in the spectrum of RFID and how RFID can start to enable circularity. But taking it very practical, it's very relevant that we are spending time on how we are designing our products and processes with having circularity and the end of its life in mind. With the products that we are delivering and the services at the same time, we seek the opportunity to unlock industry transformations. So with the RFID tools that we're bringing, we very often are a very good choice if you look at it from a data carrier and perspective, and how we can enable initiatives like the Digital Product Passport that is becoming mandatory for quite a few product groups in Europe. But circularity and transforming towards circularity is typically not something that you do on your own. It takes a whole industry to move forward. So by participating in industry initiatives and consortia like the GS1 or SURPASS, we are supporting and aiding the industry on how we set regulations and how we create standardization to move forward to enable circularity as an industry on its completeness. So what I've listed in this screen is two interesting examples on how we are developing and innovating towards products that is RFID products that can be tagged and embedded to garment textiles, and suits as a very interesting opportunity as being a data carrier for DPP, because the RFID tag is connected to the garment and can function in the garment till its entire life cycle. Another example is how we are able to connect RFID, for example, to glass bottles, so they can be recollected to be used again, and that enables a whole reuse business model whereby RFID is helping in the return rate and the traceability to recollect and retake the glass bottles. So I talk about decarbonization and enabling circularity like it is an easy thing, and it's not. We know it is quite complex, and it takes a lot of reconfiguration of the collaborations that we are actually working in, and it invites us to build relationship with new ecosystem partners based on completely new requirements. We see that regulation, disruptive new technologies are very much accelerate the speed in which the transformation is taking place. So we need a toolbox of solutions that are connected in order to deliver progress. But what's even more important, that in that transformation, we work with partners that truly understand the complexity and have the ability to offer solutions that are creating connectivity to drive progress in this whole mixture of solutions that we are looking for. So this is where, again, partnerships with people that understand the complexity and have the capability to deliver technology and capacity are extremely relevant to strive towards progress. So then the jump is relatively easy to make to look at the business model that comes along with circularity. With RFID being active in quite a few segments, we see that we are dominantly represented in supply chain management and inventory management up to shop floor. With the benefits of RFID, we've been able to optimize many of our processes to drive commercial profitability and really drive efficiencies that have already led to great improvements based on often building transparency and traceability. So what happens if we start to use the capabilities of RFID beyond shop floor and start using the data that is connected to RFID to help customers make more wise decisions when they procure an item and actually use the data in their ability to get to know the product from moment of purchase to end of life. This is really helping to connect with the consumer and aid in processes that help on bringing circularity. One example, if we use the data that is connected to a product to help in sorting and recycling to be used again, this can really help to build more consistent waste streams that can help in delivering a high quality of recycled raw materials that can be used again to build new product. So now we're starting really to see a transformation that we're tagging all the items uniquely. What would happen if we start to use the capabilities of our carbon of RFID to actually start tracking the carbon throughout the whole life cycle of a product? This could really contribute to more precise life cycle analysis and thinking about how we've been able to drive commercial efficiencies by using the technology capabilities of RFID. What if we start to use it by optimizing our carbon efficiencies and then not even building an economical interesting value proposition, but do the same just based on sustainability arguments? So we are active already in quite a few segments. And in these segments, we are working with our industry partners and brand partners to address some of the circularity user cases and some of the challenges that are out there to really see how RFID can be part of the solution. And we've listed some example of the industries in the apparel textile segment, in the automotive sector segment, and in consumer good products. What we see in common between all these three industries, that it is indeed legislation that is really moving the industries towards enabling circular use cases. What we also see is that industry initiatives are extremely active to support the industry to move to regulation and to implementation. So what is very interesting for us to learn is to understand better what the challenges are that you are facing in your business to move to circularity, to carbon footprint reduction, so we can together explore how RFID can be of service and can be of help in addressing these challenges and seek for a solution or as part of the solution. So a lot of talking from our side. I would like to ask you a few questions. So we've created a poll, and I would like to ask you for your participation and see if you are able to help us answer a few questions. There is question number 1. Do you see the potential of RFID to enable your sustainability goals? No, RFID is only implemented to optimize business efficiency challenges. Yes, RFID is also relevant as an enabler. Blank, not aware if our digital strategy is linked with our sustainability strategy. Thank you for answering. We move on to question number 2. Is the poll? Yeah. Would you like to become part of Avery Dennison Sustainability Engagement Community and to receive regular updates on our sustainability journey and be willing to participate in research questions? A very simple yes, no, or maybe, but I'd like to have a consultation sessions with the Avery Dennison team first. Again, thank you for answering. So we are at the back end of January with a whole new year in front of us. So I'd like to touch a little bit on our sustainability highlights for 2024. Our first area of work, or a lot of our work, will be dedicated to continue transforming our product portfolio to enable circularity and to start offering low carbon solutions. So we will be expanding our sustainable product offer, and more updates on that to expect in this whole year. But more than anything, we are interested in creating value because we see a lot of opportunity in that intersection between enabling circularity and digital transformation. So this is where we really seek your partnership and work with already dedicated partners to create value in moving the industry forward. And then we spent a lot of time on actually engaging with the market. So we have a very full-packed event calendar. So we are out there, but it's not only through participating or meeting us at events, same as connecting with your direct Avery Dennison context, or even following us at LinkedIn, whereby we actively share information of the studies and the product launches that we are working on. So what we like to give back to you, and we really would invite you to participate in our sustainability community. And you can actually do that and join us by subscribing to a quarterly newsletter. Post this event, we will be able to share you a subscription link whereby it's easy for you to join. And in this way, on a quarterly level, get more insights to how the business is evolving and relevant information to share how the digital industry is moving forward. We invite you as well to participate in our sustainability research because we conduct a lot of research in view of driving sustainability and circularity forward. And one sustainability research that we have conducted is about the missing billions. And post this event, we are very happy to share this research with you because it's very much indicating how relevant transparency and traceability is proving to be to actually become aware of the huge amount of waste that can be optimized and is currently sitting in our waste streams. And we've done some research across significant industries. So this is definitely a piece of research that we'd like to give back to you. Next to that, we have, as said before, many white papers and case studies that we share through our website, but we amplify that usually through our LinkedIn page. So I would very much recommend you to join our Avery Dennison Smart Track page to start following us. And then last but not least, if we've been able to inspire you with the huge amount of opportunities that sit within RFID to unleash the sustainability opportunity, we really invite you to contact your current Avery Dennison contact, Gustav or myself, to schedule a sustainability consultation. So we are able together to explore what the opportunity for sustainability can be for your business to explore, to really unleash your sustainability goals and connect the activities that are maybe happening in your technical team to help on achieving the sustainability objectives. So with that said, I'm conscious of the time, and I hope we have received some interesting questions through the Q&A that we can spend on time addressing during the summit. So Gustav, over to you.
Thank you very much, Femke, for this presentation. Before the questions, I just took a few notes here. I think the word I underline most times were partnership. So this is a very, very strong word. And just to repeat what you said, Femke, we are really looking for engagement together with all of you in this call, partnership and engagement. And just again, as Femke said, we will send out an option after this call where you can click in to join different follow-up, including the ones that Femke just presented, the missing billions and so on. So please take the chance to do that and be part of our engagement and partnership. Yes, coming back to the questions, we do have a few questions dropping in, and I think we will have time to answer a few of them. The first one relates to actually my opening slide, and it's about the impact of a lot of RFID labels. So it says, you say that each product should have a unique identity tag. Isn't adding a lot of RFID labels to products bad from an environmental point of view? What do you say, Femke?
Well, it's a very interesting question, because it's indeed, we are adding a little bit. Our products also have an environmental footprint. But what is interesting in view of connecting the abilities of creating transparency and traceability on every product, we have the ability to become aware of where impact is being created and have an ability to create circularity so the product can be used again. So if you would translate that to actually carbon impact, and we use the abilities for RFID to become aware where that impact is made, it gives us a huge opportunity to start to optimize our environmental footprint and to drive for circularity. And we are very confident, the same as in our economical benefits, that it will translate the same way in optimizing our carbon footprint. So we are confident that we will be able to really make aid in carbon reduction and enabling circularity, which has a lot more impact than the little bit of carbon footprint that we will add to the product through our RFID tags, because they are so extremely small. So we're quite confident in there that the benefits weigh out the additions.
Okay, clear. Thank you very much. And speaking about emissions, this is I would say also a hot topic to put CO2 emissions on CO2 emission stamp on products. How do we see that? Is that something we're looking at, putting CO2 emissions on our RFID labels?
No, definitely. We need to understand, even for our own product, right? Which steps in our manufacturing process are contributing most to an environmental footprint. So we are conducting a huge amount of LCA assessments throughout our portfolio of products to have a better understanding and a confirmation on how we need to optimize our own manufacturing to reduce the carbon footprint of our products. And we have done that already for quite a year, and we're continuing that in that journey with an ambition to have an exact carbon footprint of every product that we sell and deliver. But at this moment, this is still a journey that we are working on. Same it is that it is a journey and an innovation area to start tagging all the products. So for the products that are tagged through RFID, that we understand better what their carbon footprint is, so those processes can be optimized. So definitely we work on both ends of the spectrum.
Very good. Okay, actually that's time to close up the call. We have more questions coming in from the audience, and we will address those after the call. But with that, I think we can skip to the last slide, Femke. And that is basically to say thank you to all of you. Please have a look at the mail we're sending out after this webinar, and we look really forward continuing our engagement with you around sustainability. So once again, thank you very much, and hope to see you soon again.